Alright, so, at the Game Awards 2025, the big closer, the final game for the whole presentation was a game called Highguard. It was an online-only, free-to-play hero shooter with microtransactions. Everyone was pretty disappointed. You can get into there's going to be a lot of politics about this discussion. Not from my end, I mean, because I don't think that has anything to do with any of this. That's besides the point. A lot of people are disappointed because no one wants another online-only hero shooter. We just got the shit out of our mouth from Concord, and this gets dropped, right? And I was like, okay, no interest in that. People were expecting kind of something big. It was a game no one ever heard of. So fast forward a month. This is January 23rd. Jeff Keighley, Jeff the Keeler, on Twitter or X, started advertising the release of Highguard, the impending release of Highguard. It was coming out that next Monday, the 26th. The strangeness about this was that the dev team, the publishers, the studio, had been radio silent for like a month prior. There was no advertising, there was no talk of it, there was no nothing. People thought the game might not even be coming out. So, cut to yesterday. Highguard's player count is at an all-time low. I think it had a concurrent player base of 259 people. Just in the entire world, 259 people. So, yeah. Nevertheless, they've been pedaling away with trying to put updates out and stuff. There's some microtransactions, you could buy skins in the game. It is what it is. So, this came out on January 26th, 2026. And then on March 3rd, 2026, this is the post that came out from Highguard. Highguard's final update arriving soon. Thank you for playing with us. Today, we're sharing difficult news. We have made the decision to permanently shut down Highguard on March 12th. Since launch, more than 2 million players stepped into Highguard's world. You shared feedback, created content, and many believed in what we were building. For that, we are deeply grateful. Despite the passion and hard work of our team, we have not been able to build a sustainable player base to support the game long term. Servers will remain online until March 12th. We hope you'll jump in with us one more time to show your support and get those final great matches in while we still can. The team is excited to release one final game update to enjoy in the remaining life of the game. We'll be adding a new warden, a new weapon, account level progression, and skill trees. Full patch notes are coming, and we're targeting tonight or tomorrow morning to patch release. From all of us at Wildlight, thank you for playing, for supporting us, and for being part of Highguard's story. There's a lot to take away from that. Let's start with the lifespan. This game, when it shuts down on March 12th, is going to have been alive for 6.5 weeks. And it was in development for a long time, and many millions of dollars were spent. For 6.5 weeks of life. Holy fuck. The sheer loss of money. Like that much money just disappearing, being thrown away into the ether. Gone. For nothing. I mean, it can all tie back around to Stop Killing Games, and I hope Stop Killing Games is successful with the, in Europe. And, if some law gets passed there, that's such a large market that, it's going to have some adverse effects elsewhere in the world. And hopefully that puts an end to this kind of shit. Now, free-to-play is going to be a little bit weirder, I think. Free-to-play is, sort of a harder area to dictate because you're not buying the game, you're not buying the product, but with microtransactions, buying skins and stuff, you are buying skins. So is that protected under, consumer law? If they figure something out with Stop Killing Games, I don't know. There's a lot of discussion to be had on that, and I'm not smart enough or informed enough or European enough to have that discussion. I just hope, that they do well and it means good things for the rest of the world. Hopefully this weird, shitty practice in gaming kind of finally goes away. Because it's been happening too much. And, you know, I've talked about it before on my streams, you know, and you know, I mean, I can Lego Universe, Overwatch, all that kind of shit where I have a physical fucking game. I have a physical fucking game, and I can't do shit. I don't know. I mean, Overwatch 2 is free, but I don't fucking want to play it, you know, after what they did to me. Would you want to play, if someone took a shit in your mouth, would you want to play their game? No, you know? Like, why would I do that? So the short lifespan obviously is quite alarming that, you know, this can happen again, because Concord came out and that thing lasted like 2 weeks or something. Now with Concord, it was a physical game, it was paid, you had to buy the game, and to give them some credit, they did offer full refunds to anyone who bought the game digitally online. I think you automatically got a full refund if you bought it online. They set it up in stores, so you could go back and get a refund in stores. At least they gave people their money back, because holy shit. Like, damn. If they didn't, I don't even think they had to. But that's the thing, they didn't have to, but the blowback would have been so insane that I feel like even in the US, the ball would get rolling, you know? Because how awful that would have been. If the industry wanted to keep trying to do this kind of thing, then yeah, they needed to refund Concord. So Highguard comes out, and it's a free-to-play game with in-game microtransactions, and it lasts 6.5 weeks. And there's no refunds, there's going to be no offline mode. Once the game shuts down, that's it, no one can ever play it again. So, this brings me to my next point. We'll be adding a new warden, a new weapon, account level progression, and skill trees. What the fuck? The game's going to exist for a week! You're adding level progression and skill progression and skill trees? Who's gonna do that? What's the point? That blew my mind, that they're adding such like a grindy update and then killing the game. They added the grindy update in the same post as the post where they said the game's gonna die in a week. Holy fuck. What are you talking about? What? So, yeah, it's a little flabbergasting, I guess. I read this and I was flabbergasted. And of course, it's turning into a political debate because of identity politics and all that. And that's besides the point. Closer for the Game Awards 2025, and like, you know, come March 13th, it's not gonna be a thing. It's already that the announcement is already that outdated. In December 2025, the announcement is outdated because you can't fucking play it. Like, it's unfathomable the gaming industry that we have right now. AAA companies do not want you playing old games. You must buy the next new thing they release. If you have an old game to play, you're less likely to spend more money on the new thing. If they shut down the old thing and you have nothing, then guess what? Your only option is the new thing. Yeah, these games are getting shit on by the majority of people. They're incredibly unpopular and most people don't want to play them, but some people do like them. Some people spend money and play them regularly, and it brings happiness to their lives. And they're getting shit in their mouth as a thank you for the support. The genuine fans get shit on by the company. Those 200 odd people that were playing Highguard in March, for whatever reason, this is a game that appealed to them. This is what they chose to spend their days playing and doing, and now it's getting ripped away from them and they get nothing in return. I think Ross Scott had a post. Highguard, a game with paid microtransactions, is being disabled. I'm glad I'm not collecting signatures for Stop Killing Games anymore, since some people would equate game quality with whether you're entitled to consumer rights or not. I'm not seeing the broader problem. And that's the thing, that's another big debate that's happening online, you know? This game fucking sucks, you know, if you gave them money, like, you know, you're an idiot, you deserve to get scammed. That's not the fucking point. You spend money on something, even if it's a shitty product, you bought something. You gave someone money and they gave you something in return. But in this weird system, they get to take that away whenever they want. It could be years down the line, or in this case, it could be 6.5 fucking weeks down the line. And that's completely legal, and you don't get your money back. It's not like, oh, can we undo that? Actually, here's your money back, I'll take this thing back. Sorry, I just, you know, didn't want to go through with it. No, they keep your money, and they take back the thing that they gave you. That very notion should piss people off. Because it's insane. But people have been so, you know, beaten down at the slow... It's like a frog in boiling water. It's getting worse and worse, but you don't know how bad it's getting because it's such a gradual, slow process. We're boiling now, but people have been sitting in it so long that they think, yeah, it's fine. This is how the world works. No, it fucking isn't! This is not how the world works! Are you insane? Holy fuck, what a world we live in. And I say all this as I'm playing Fortnite, a game that, you know, is essentially the same thing. This is a game that requires connection to Epic Games servers. If Epic Games suddenly decides Fortnite is no longer profitable, we're gonna shut this down. I get nothing. All of the time I put into this game, everything I put into this game, my skins, my jam tracks, my battle passes, my grinding, everything, it's gone, man. And that's apparently legal, so I don't know.